Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome. This is your Divine Daily Flash. And so I got off to a bit of a late start this morning because I had some technical problems with this microphone. A little indication that it may be time to change it. I've been doing these videos for probably 4.5 years. And we're up to close to 1,900 of them. So anyway, I digress. That's not any of your concern. It's more of my concern. I also found this energy that's out there today quite intense. I don't know if you have, but I have. But let's get on with this. We are all in a number 5 adventure energy today. And what does that even mean? Well, not only is the angel numerology saying that, let me get over to my notes, the changes are coming, which we've really had many of those things showing up for months, but it's a little bit of a heads up. This energetic energy is dynamic, it's spiritual. It's about getting in touch with your sensuality and invoking endless curiosity in whatever it is you're doing. But it's also a request that you become a visionary. Look at things in a whole brand new way. Shed new light on situations which can challenge how we think, feel, and what we believe we have already believed in the past. This number 5 angel numerology day invokes the power of the Tower and or the Hangman, depending on what deck you use. I like these two cards, even though their message in traditional tarot readings of the past have been somewhat challenging and difficult. I think that if we're not challenged, if we don't have these twists and turns, how things didn't quite work out the way they worked out, how would we ever progress and grow if everything turned out the way we actually expected it to? There would be very little or no growth for some. Now, if you're challenged, if you're finding the challenges of the changes coming up, then sit quietly, take deep breaths down into the root of your chakra centers, which is right underneath your tushy. Ask for Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel to sit with you in the space and have you cope and co-create the adventures of the future. All right, let's move on from that one. Ooh, I need to pull my worthy book pad thing this morning. I got this book right here. I'm going to pull this one off. When I'm done with them, I put them behind, and eventually I'll find some that work with me or work for me, and I will put them on these ISM cards. I am receiving of guidance and wisdom. That doesn't quite make sense, but that's okay. I am receiving of guidance and wisdom. Always. I think we have to get quiet, we have to get centered, we have to get peaceful to even go there. Now, my angel affirmation card today is from the Guardian Angels. Ask for help to release the fear-based stories that you've been telling yourself. Let us replace them with the magic that was meant for you. I am the author of my own fairy tale. Oh, yes, you are. My life is a story of love, adventure, and magic. Now, this, I think, if you're struggling with it, keep saying it. Eventually, you'll adopt it. Gertrude and Beatrice are here. I asked them early this morning, where are you? They showed me a clearing in their little woodland hollow, but they also showed me the mouth of a stream that leads to a river, that leads to the ocean, that leads to something greater. So they were sitting, I would say, at this small pool, and the pool had some lily pads in it, had a few leaves in it, had a couple of otters floating around in it, and they are saying, have the adventure of life that you can find, that you can see in the smallest places. Don't overlook anything, place, person, situation that could teach you something, that could show you something. And they're saying that's where the magic is. But they're also going to give us a card to help us on our way. My isms today: I am always with my inner being and everything is wonderful. I am aligned with my missions and anchored in my purpose. I am a world citizen, a universal creator, and I come with powerful intent and purpose. We, my friends, you, I, collectively as one group, have got to anchor the love, the light, the energy, the power of divine consciousness, divine power. That power is rooted inside every single one of us. Our purpose is to line up with it. Our purpose is to serve a greater part of ourselves while at the same time feeding our own estuary. We can't keep giving so much of ourselves without tapping into the source that gives it to us as well. It isn't being selfish. It's saying, I'm going to fill up my cup, and whatever spills over, and it will always spill over, I'm going to help other people. The biggest thing we could do as a collective energy is to show other people where they find their cup and where they go fill it. You know, when you go to one of those places in a restaurant, they say, where did you get that drink? Or where did you get that cup? Or where do I get the knives and forks? Or where do I get the plates? You tell them. You show them. Over there. Right there. Right there. Or you even go get it one. We're always in this. We're now, not always in. We're entering this era of help. Because there are so many people that are facing adversities, atrocities, difficulties, challenges. So some of us sit back and say, well, you know, and others say, well, what can we do now? Where do we go with this? Today we have a full moon. It's in the sign of Cancer. So it's possible that the skies will be filled with electricity, because when the wolf moon, which is what the January full moon means, it's sometimes shortly after the sun sets. That wolf moon covers up the fiery sign of Mars, and Mars disappears for a little bit and then pops back up again. Give some thought to how you're going to create a better work-life balance throughout the rest of this year. Balance today is the key to be successful. All right, moving on. Kuan Yin is going to be our divine master for this week. Kuan Yin is known as a bodhisattva, and a bodhisattva works in the Buddhist tradition. And Kuan Yin is very much like the energies of angels. She comes in to bring softness, to bring clarity, but also to ask us to choose compassion. This image is quite lovely because it's got a lotus flower placed at her heart. Move forward, not with force, not with pushing, not with shoving. Move forward this week with grace. Find a way to let go of any struggles, any strife, any arguments, any challenges. Release them and let them go. Mother Earth is our energetic activation. Mother Earth is encouraging us by saying, you know how to evolve. There's something you know needs your time and attention. There's something you know needs your action. There is something that you know that's going to help you grow and evolve. Today you're being invited to take the steps you know you need to take to move out of the stuck state and into the state of growth. This is not a lifetime to fall into old habits. It is a lifetime, not a day, a lifetime to create new habits. And your activation, your declaration, your hand to God, the great creator, the universal power that put you here, is to say, I take the soul-led steps I need to in order to heal and grow. Healing comes when you realize, oh, there is something I have to do, something I have to say, something I need to take care of. It isn't beating yourself up for what you didn't do before. It's saying, now is the time. I am aligned with my missions and anchored in my purpose. Show me how to grow. Show me how to go. I'm a world citizen, a universal creator. I come with a powerful intent and purpose. Here we go. Gertrude and Beatrice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, so I just got a glimpse that there is sun, the sunshine, glimmering through the trees onto this glistening water, showing. So this is an image to show where your growth is. Only you can do that between you. You know, I've got this little prayer I say. I'm going to share it with you and then I'll get on with the card reading. It's one I wrote down long years ago. I'm almost 30 years ago. May the light of white be in my sight. May the truth be in my heart. May the words of my mouth come from the light of my heart. Be acceptable in thy sight. And thy being God, the creator, the great universal force that runs all the way through every single one of us. Every single one of us. The trees, the dirt, the house, all of it. Collectively, not just for me. No one person gets to have more than another person. It may seem like that in the material world, but if you noticed that somehow or another, it sort of balances out and takes care of itself. If you want some help, you ask for the help. If you need some help, you get the help. But you ask. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here now. I set the intention that whatever is learned from this, from these cards, from these fairies, from these angels, from this session, be for the highest good of all, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Gertrude, oh, they're saying Fana. Oh, there we go, got it. I see it. Thank you. So, you know, sometimes the cards jump out. When they jump out like that, it's pay attention. I got a message for the world. When they don't, it's like, okay, fan them out, choose one. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Here we go. The Ace of Earth, otherwise known as the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Money, the Ace of Growth, the Ace of everything. Here we see our lovely little chap. Abundant. Filled with opportunity. Filled with hello adventures. Here we go. There you go. Now he could be off to school, but right here he has the butterfly of transformation sitting up there in the trees. Is it in his arms? He's got the book of life, the book of knowledge, and he's like, yeah. And right down under here, his guardian angel saying, yep, there you go, there you have it. Off you go. This card really is about brand new. He's got an A on his shirt. You got it. You're on the right path. You're doing the right things. You're moving in the right direction. These full moon energy, this electric Mars-like stuff, January, you know, in the beginning of February, we've got the year, a Chinese New Year. And the Chinese New Year, this one is coming up with wood snake. It works with elements. The last time the wood snake showed up for a new year was 1965. Go figure. All of these wonderful elements, all these wonderful, wonderful tools are all here for us to dig into. It isn't about, for me, all right, I got to be careful because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. I'm trying to say something and frame it in a way that doesn't sound judgmental, but they just told me, you just go with what you got to go with. You don't need to say any more. All right, got it. Understood. I was about... No, okay. Sorry. I could be ratchet. I'm not going to be. You know, one of my spiritual teachers, his endearing name for me is Trouble. And as long as I've got Gertrude and I've got Beatrice being each side of me, I can certainly be Trouble with a capital T, because they make sure you got to be careful. People are very sensitive to what we say, what we think, what we feel, what we know. Very sensitive, and particularly around the full moon, which, if you want to know the time of the full moon, you know, a lot of my information I get from that wonderful Yasmin Boland. Here's why I like Yasmin Boland. She just says it as it is. She is somebody who is, I think, incredibly highly psychic. I don't know the woman personally, but I like the no-nonsense, tell me the crystal clear version of where we are and what we're doing. I don't really need to go into the degrees of this and that. And I really don't want to disappear into the galaxy, because that's just not what I'm here to do. However, where is my... Okay, here we go. The full moon is in LA at 2:26 exactly this afternoon. In New York, it happens at 7:26 this evening. So think about it. 7:26 is a little pushing it past sunset. So if we come back about maybe 90 minutes, that's when you see the wolf moon go flying in front of Mars. In London, it's going to happen at 11:26 tonight. And then, of course, if you're in Sydney, Australia, it's going on tomorrow morning, Sydney, Tuesday, at 9:26 in the morning. Here's a big point I want to make, and then I'm going to shut this mess off and let you go. Imagine we're on a planet, and this planet is humongous. However, it's not the only planet sitting in the universe. There are all these other planets which are magnetically drawn or repelled away from each other. The magnitude of that is the equivalent of you and I being but a speck of sand in the Sahara Desert with all this vastness happening. So, I'll let you go after I say this. With all this incredible vastness happening, and all being part of all of this amazing, all of it, everything, every bit of it, that's been created in the same way we got created, who are we not to say, this is brilliant, this is phenomenal, this is incredible? Yet, our human experience that we have been indoctrinated in has had us believing in something else, has had us stuck, has had us held. No. No. This is a time that you gather with your guardians. Thank you, guardian angels, for being with me. There's another one. Thank you, guardian angels, universal creator, the great big energy, for being with me in all ways, in all things, in all directions of time and space. Let there be absolutely no limit to the ways in which all of this happens. And let me see it. Let me be with it. Let me be part of it. And you just go with that. All right, my friends. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for growing this channel. And I'll see you tomorrow.